Good morning. I've decided this morning that I'm going to have breakfast. So I've made an omelet in my little mini. So I can flip that out. Okay. And then I have strawberries, fresh strawberries and blueberries. So that's my breakfast this morning. I can see it's piping hot. And this was made fresh. Because these were not made fresh. They were already there. Okay, so I'm actually on the road. I stopped to go to the restroom in this nice little small town. And so I thought it would be a good idea to just go ahead and get a bite. Okay, I've decided to get a bite this morning. I have no idea where my spoon is. And of course, I have several. But I'm going to eat with my big spoon, okay? But it'll taste just as good. So off to my left right here, you can see this big bag. And I think I may have talked to you all about this. This is where my clothes are. And I am trying something different. I decided to use a bag over here. Sorry, that is my charging cable for my fan, little astronaut fan. And this, of course, is a packing cube, large packing cube from IKEA. And this is a garment bag that I decided to try something different. There's a hanger right here. It's hanging up. And I have my clothes folded here. And because the back seat is a good size back seat, I do have room to share with this bag. Now, I only put it there at nighttime, but this morning I'm traveling, so it needs to be there anyway. So I'm going to say, Grace, Lord, thank you for this food. Bless it for my nourishment. Lord, camp your angels around my children and family that are traveling, and all of my sisters, camping sisters and friends that are traveling, and their families, Lord. And I just thank you that you use this food to nourish my body. Bless the hands that prepared it. In your son Jesus' name, amen. So, let me just say some things about car camping and camping in general. You don't do things the same way necessarily. I'm going to try to get back on the road again. I left the campsite this morning at 6:30. I left early because I have a doctor's appointment at 2, about an hour away from home. Well, my eye doctor moved an hour away. So I'm trying to get to the Planet Fitness where I can shower and freshen up. So I won't have camp grunge and sweat and whatever. You kind of, sometimes you don't, if you don't take a full shower, you don't always feel as fresh as you want to feel. But anyway, I'm going to eat my breakfast and I'll keep you posted as I go. Let me tell you about these eggs. I cracked 3 eggs before I left home and I put them in the freezer. And so when I got to my campsite, I could have fresh eggs. And that was my first time doing that. And it worked out good. These eggs taste good. So I'll be doing that again. I like options. Blueberries, strawberries, they're really good for you. And I was telling my friend T that I eat better when I travel. I put a lot of thought in what I'm going to take. And these are pretty sweet. They don't look so red, but they're sweet. That one's all mushy. I'm going to throw that one out. I've had these for about, um, let's see, when did we go shopping? Oh, it was after church Sunday. And this is Thursday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 5 days. I've washed them twice. That was bad. And if I were not camping, they probably would be fine because they probably got bruised. Mm. As I was shifting things around, they may have gotten bruised. I just want to say, the community of people that I camp with, they're so kind and so nice, and witty and smart and spiritual and creative, and I like them, and I really like this community. I've made some friends, and it seems like every time I go to a meetup, I meet more friends. Okay, here's a McDonald's right in front of me. Behind me is a Circle K. In the Circle K, there is a Wendy's. But this is more healthy, or healthier, shall I say. I'm going to finish eating. And oh, yeah, let me tell you, when you camp and you travel, it's not uncommon to see the same garments multiple times, because when you camp, you can only carry a few things, and so you have to be versatile. And I often, and I won't say I often, every time I travel, I do sink laundry. Okay, and I don't know if you know what sink laundry is. It's when you wash a few garments out in the sink. And I do that every time. And especially if it's hot, I just Spread those things out in a little sunny spot, whether it's in the car or outside, and let them dry. Of course, they have to be light, small pieces, like lightweight t-shirts and underwear. And that's a habit that I picked up that I think is a really good habit. Okay, I'm gonna let you see when I get back on the road again. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. I'll finish the eggs. That's 3 whole eggs, y'all. I'm already full, but I don't want to keep it. Okay. I don't want to eat it, but I need to eat it. Mm. I'm getting ready to put you all in my business, okay? Let me tell you what's going on. I left early because day before yesterday, I was at the campsite and we had gone to one of, I think it was Q&A or something, and it was hot. It was like 80 something degrees. And so I had a mild headache, which is not unusual. I thought it might have been the pollen, but I had a mild headache. And so I came back to my rig and I sat down in the cool, put the fan on. Okay. And I put the fan on, and then I took a pain reliever, and only took one, which is like a half a dose, because that's all I had. Well, the little mild nagging headache went away, and so I said, okay, I need to get out. I didn't come this far just to sit by myself in my rig. So I got out and I went down the lane. I just saw my pretty butterfly. I want you to see it. Yeah. I went down the lane and sat with Renee, Shelby. At one point, who was it? Oh, and Renee's neighbor that was parked next to her, and I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, sweetie. You know me and names. But anyway, we sat there and we were talking, and then all of a sudden it felt like trash was in my eye, like I had maybe got a little bit of debris. And so I rubbed a little bit, and it just all of a sudden happened. Oh, it was Lynn too. Lynn was there, Indigo Lynn. And so we were sitting there, and it's like a floater just magically appeared in my retina. I mean, in my eye. And I know what a floater is. A floater is a shadow of something that's in that liquid part of your eye, okay? And it throws a shadow on your retina, which is your optic nerve at the back of your eye. And I have floaters. I have floaters in this eye, and I probably have I think there was a small one in this eye, and it just looks like a little light gray speck, and one of them looks like a string about a 1/4 inch long. With this one, was like a number 9 or a circle that had an empty center. And it was dark, not dark gray like black gray, but medium gray. And I'm like, oh, but what is going on with this eye? And so when there was no pain with it then, the headache was gone. And so we talked about it. I told my friends sitting around what was going on. And so Lynn suggested that I cover it. And, I didn't have my shades on. I think I left them in the car because I was going to be in the tent. But anyway, I don't know if it was too much sun, it was too bright or whatever. And I know it wasn't stress because I wasn't stressed. But anyway, it was pretty prominent. And so it was more aggravating than anything. So I said, okay, I'm going to give this a couple of hours and see what happens. And I even put a cold compress on it. And I'm not going to tell you what I use as a cold compress because it's crazy. You want to know? Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you. I had a little pack of butter in the freezer, in my freezer. So I took it and I wrapped a napkin around it and I put it up to my eye behind my glasses, it was perfect. It was not directly on my eyeball, but it was a good solution. You have to improvise. You have to learn how to be creative and improvise and do what you need to do to take care of yourself. So it got better, didn't have any more problems with it, but I felt like, okay, you just need to take it easy for the rest of the day. And that's what I did. So yesterday morning, I got up really, really early and I got myself together, did my morning routine, which is, I usually am up and dressed by 8 o'clock for sure. But I'm usually up at home and piddling around, take my morning meds and have coffee by 8:30. No, by 7:30. Okay. So I got up and I kind of piddled around a little bit, talked to my neighbors a little bit. Then I got on the phone with the local ophthalmologist office, told them what was going on. And just so happens they are in the same group as my ophthalmologist at home. So she asked me a lot of questions about what was going on, and she said, okay, we can open up a new chart, but I do see you in the computer, but I have to open up a new chart because this is a different state. But she said, you're not that far from home, and from what I'm thinking, you probably will be okay by going home and seeing your normal ophthalmologist or your regular ophthalmologist. So I thanked her. She was very helpful, very sweet and kind, and very professional. And so I got off the phone and I called my regular ophthalmologist and set up an appointment to see them today at 2. And so this morning I couldn't really rest last night. I couldn't sleep. I was working on a video or two. And then I just decided, you know what? I'm not going to leave at 2 a.m. It's just because, and then this is crazy too. Y'all listen. I kept hearing mosquitoes, and then I was swatting. Guess what I was swatting at? The stupid floater. And the sound was the highway. Trucks on the highway sounded like mosquitoes. So it was just weird, y'all. I just had a crazy night. So I got up early this morning. I finally fell asleep about 2. Got up early this morning about 6. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to head home because I don't know what this spring break traffic is like. And so I headed home. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm on the road. So this is the last bite of eggs. And I'm just going to wipe these things down. And I'm not going to take a break or anything. I'm dodging the sun. Thank goodness I'm going north. So that's another reason why I stopped. I am giving my eye rest from the sunlight. And this morning, there was another floater. The first floater has not disappeared, but it has faded. Okay. So it's nothing like it was when it first happened, but it's still there. And I'm hoping that the doctor can give me some drops, and I hope it's not a retina tear. I'm hoping that it's just something minor, and that it can be handled with eye drops. And John said probably. But you know, we're not doctors. We don't know. We just take it one day at a time. Okay, I'm gonna put my little mini up. So that's what's going on with me. And I'm giving myself extra time to get to where I'm going, just in case I have to rest or if something occurs that I need to take advantage of. So what I'm going to do is put these things away. I can't tell what time it is, but it's not late. It's still kind of early. I think it's probably around 9:30. And I have about an hour and a half to go, maybe 2 hours to go before I get to the doctor's office, or the city where the doctor's office is. The appointment is at 2:10. But I want to go to Planet Fitness and take a shower and get a massage and just relax, and then be prepared to stay there even longer, because I don't know if she's going to dilate my eyes. Okay, I'm not sure, so we'll see. But I'll talk to you soon, all right? And I'm just saying right now that everything's fine. Nothing serious is going on with my eye, because I just believe that, okay? I'm in good hands. And I have trust and faith that everything is fine. But I just don't want to neglect any warnings or whatever that might be sent my way. All right, I'm gonna get off right now, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, I'm in a Wendy's. It's a cool little Wendy's here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and hit the road. I almost bought this water, but I didn't know how long it had been sitting out. And at that price, it may be sitting out for a while. So I decided not to get it.
Turn left toward Northwest 162 lane, then turn right onto Northwest 162 lane.
So here's BB. It's time to go. Time to hit the road again.